Hey, Reg here, and welcome to another Food for Thought.
This is a world premiere.
This is going to be kind of a rant video, which I'm doing a lot of these days. And before we get into it, from the title, you know that this is going to be about Sorsha Morava, who is a popular YouTube vegan activist. In this video, Sorsha is calling out Zoella, who is an even more popular YouTuber who with I think 9 million subscribers or something like that anyway. And in Zoella's video, she is in this very kind of 1950s house mom persona making a cake, and obviously using the products of animal cruelty, dairy, and eggs.
Does Zoella have any cow viewers? Because I don't think that she does. I think they're all just humans. So why did she say your milk? Because I'm pretty sure that she's not recommending human milk of your own. I think she's recommending cow's milk. So why does she say your milk? Because that milk doesn't belong to you. That milk belongs to a cow. Yeah, a cow that got exploited and tortured and raped and soon to be slaughtered.
And this, for me, was a magical moment. And this is what I am greatly indebted to Sorsha for. In that moment that Sorsha makes clear to her viewers that that milk indeed belongs to the cow, despite the fact that the cow is, the property because of the state, because of like the state laws that allow someone to own this animal. And in spite of the fact that that milk was sold to, a retail outlet who had every right, according to the state, to sell that milk to a consumer who had every right to purchase it according to the state. And according to the state, that milk belongs to the person who ultimately buys it. But Sorsha sees through all of that ideology to the fact that that milk indeed belongs to the cow, who did not give any of her consent for that milk to become the products. She did not give her consent. It was all a product of the, her exploitation, her being the cow, her exploitation, her torture, her rape, and her eventual slaughter. So this is a little bit of a miracle when Sorsha does this, and my hope is that her viewers were able to understand that despite all of that ideology, that milk continues to belong to that cow, which, if we open the lens slightly and look, at our dominant culture that sanctions, through the power of the state, the systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and murder of animals, that same systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and murder happened historically with the genocide of the Native Americans, with the enslavement of African people. That exploitation, that systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and murder happened for hundreds of years, representing the founding of our great nation. And so, using the same logic that Sorsha uses to present, this argument for the cow continuing as the owner of her milk, can we make the same argument that the indigenous people continue to be the owners of this land? Can we use that same argument to say that the Africans who were brought here as slaves continue to be the owners of their labor and the products of their labor, the wealth that was built to make this one of the world's great nations? In fact, some might say that America is, the world's great superpower. Can we say that all of that is the product of this systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and murder, and see that the products of that systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and murder still belong to the people who were the targets? And in this case, looking at the way wealth is handed down from generation to generation, and I don't want to contradict myself by saying that, the laws that make the handing down of wealth from generation to generation are what supports the handing down of this wealth to the people who may not be the rightful owners. But if we look at, the damages that have been done, can we not see that there is some entitlement for the descendants of the people who were the targets of that systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and murder? And so I'm just putting this out as an idea. Now, there's a great difference. The cow in this case is not conscious of the fact that the products of her labor are being enjoyed by others. She may be fully aware of her own circumstances and feel the weight of that systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and slaughter. She may feel those things, but does she understand that the person who goes to the store and buys that milk and gives that milk to her kids is enjoying her suffering, is getting pleasure from her suffering? I don't know. I hope not. In fact, it's a horror to think that that cow would be aware of that. However, the descendants of the indigenous people in this country and throughout North America, and the descendants of the Africans who were brought here as slaves, are fully conscious of the fact that the products of their ancestors' systematic exploitation, torture, rape, and slaughter are being enjoyed by others, and that they don't have, in many cases, any access, any free access to the products of the labor of their ancestors. So I'm just putting that out there as a little food for thought. I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you, Sorsha, for calling that out in your video, and go check out Sorsha's channel. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please do like or dislike, comment, share, subscribe, unsubscribe. This is Reg signing off. Love yourself. Peace.
And I love myself. The world is a ghetto, big guns and